October 21st, 2025. As you hear these words, 3i Atlas is disappearing behind our sun for 8 days, invisible. The data from recent months has raised questions that won't go away, questions documented in the archives of Harvard, Oxford, and the ESA, questions that have nothing to do with science fiction, but with published measurements, peer-reviewed studies, and mathematical probabilities. What we will discuss in the coming minutes is based exclusively on official sources: NASA, ESA, the Minor Planet Center, the Hubble Space Telescope Science Institute, the James Webb Telescope. This is not speculation. This is an analysis of what's in the data and what they cannot explain. The James Webb Telescope completed its spectral analysis of 3i Atlas in August 2025. The results were published in the official JWST mission reports. The carbon dioxide to water ratio 8:1, the highest ratio ever measured in a cometary object. For comparison, comets from our solar system typically show ratios of 0.1:1 up to a maximum of 1:1. This is not merely unusual, this is a standard deviation beyond all known formation models for comets. The Pontificia Universidad Católica de Chile has independently verified these measurements. The Institute of Astrophysics in Cambridge as well. 3 separate research groups, 3 identical results. The nickel concentration. Here too, the data speaks clearly. Elevated metallic elements indicating formation conditions that, according to our current understanding of comet physics, should not match the observed icy composition. One of the study's lead authors put it this way: it's as if 2 different objects are existing simultaneously. And then the size estimates. The Hubble Space Telescope Science Institute gives a range 440 meters to 5.6 kilometers in diameter, a discrepancy by a factor of 12. Why this enormous uncertainty? Because the object doesn't reflect as it should. The albedo, the reflective property, matches no known model of natural comet surfaces. The coma, measured by the SPHEREx mission, 26,400 kilometers, nearly twice Earth's diameter. For an object of this calculated mass and solar distance, statistically improbably large. The trajectory, this is where it gets interesting. Avi Loeb, from the Harvard-Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics, former chair of the astronomy department, over 200 peer-reviewed publications, published a mathematical analysis on October 20th. 3i Atlas moves within 5 degrees along the ecliptic plane. For an interstellar object that should originate from an isotropically distributed population, meaning equal probability from any direction, the probability of this alignment is approximately 1 in 20. Not impossible, but unusual. Combine this with the other anomalies, and the cumulative probability drops exponentially. Then the anti-tail, documented by the Gemini North Observatory in Hawaii, verified by ESO's Very Large Telescope in Chile, a forward-directed jet pointing toward the sun. The standard explanation: geometric projection effects. The problem: multiple independent analyses show the geometry doesn't fully fit, the angle doesn't match, the intensity doesn't match, the temporal persistence doesn't match. A researcher at the Institute for Planetary Research phrased it carefully: we have no natural explanation that satisfactorily accounts for all observations. And then there's something not mentioned in most reports. A study by the University of A Coruña in Spain traced 3i Atlas's orbit back 10 million years. The object came from the direction of the galactic center, from a region where stellar density is so high that gravitational interactions are the norm, from a region where, statistically speaking, objects can be flung in any direction. And yet, it flies on a trajectory almost perfectly aligned with our ecliptic. Today, October 21st, 2025, 1412 UTC, 3i Atlas reaches exact conjunction with the sun. The elongation is 0 degrees. From Earth, not observable, no optical telescopes, no radio telescopes. Even coronagraphs cannot capture it. The solar radiation is too intense. For 8 days, until October 29th. On October 29th, at approximately 1100 hours UTC, 3i Atlas reaches its perihelion, 203 million kilometers from the sun. Its orbital velocity at this moment, maximum. The Oberth effect, named after Hermann Oberth, published 1929, a fundamental principle of rocket science applied in every interplanetary mission. The kinetic energy you gain or lose when you fire your engine is directly proportional to your current velocity. At the point of highest velocity, perihelion, any acceleration or deceleration is maximally efficient. Every aerospace engineer knows this. It's in every textbook. The solar energy striking the surface of 3I Atlas, based on the minimum estimate of 5 kilometers diameter and a distance of 1.4 astronomical units, corresponds to more than 33 gigawatts. For comparison, that's more than 1/3 of the total nuclear energy production of the United States, 94 commercial reactors, 33 gigawatts. Loeb writes in his October 20th publication, I quote, "If 3I Atlas hypothetically had a technological function, this would be the energetically optimal moment for any significant operation." Do you understand what's being implied here? Not that it is so, but that if it were, we couldn't see it right now. Cannot, for 8 days. The optimal moment for maximum efficiency, hidden behind the brightest light source in the solar system. This is not conspiracy theory. This is orbital mechanics and observational geometry. Avi Loeb has developed a standardized evaluation system, the Loeb scale, an attempt to objectively classify anomalous phenomena. 1. Fully explained by conventional physics. 2. Unusual but within known parameters. 3. Requires extended but natural explanations. 4. Unusual enough to justify systematic follow-up observations. 5. Definitively anomalous, no conventional explanation possible. 3I Atlas, level 4. Not 5, 4. Unusual, but not conclusive. This is crucial to understand. Loeb is not saying 3I Atlas is artificial. He's saying the data is unusual enough that we need to look more closely, with systematic methods, with reproducible measurements. Yale University published a study in 2024 in the monthly notices of the Royal Astronomical Society. The estimate, at any given time, multiple interstellar objects could be traversing our inner solar system. Most too small, too fast, too dim for detection. We've found 3 in 8 years. Oumuamua, 2I Borisov, 3I Atlas. How many have we missed? How many more will come? And here's the real question nobody wants to ask out loud. If interstellar objects are more common than thought, and if 1 in 100, 1 in 1,000, 1 in 10,000 were something other than a natural rock, would we recognize it? Science doesn't function through assumptions. It functions through observation, measurement, hypothesis, testing. 3I Atlas gives us the opportunity to test, but for 8 days, we cannot observe. From November 5th, 3I Atlas will be visible again. The ESA has confirmed JUICE, the Jupiter Icy Moons Explorer, will observe it in November. Multiple instruments, cameras, spectrometers, particle sensors. NASA's Juno probe in Jupiter orbit as well, a coordinated observation program coordinated through the Minor Planet Center of the International Astronomical Union. What are they watching for? Fragmentation, ejected objects, changes in rotation rate, unexpected brightness variations, anything that doesn't fit a passive natural comet. Science will do its work, not through belief, through data. But understand the implication of this moment. For the first time in human history, we have an object that demonstrably doesn't originate from our solar system, that's old enough to have traveled through the galaxy for billions of years, and that displays properties we cannot fully explain. And for 8 days, while it traverses the energetically optimal point of its entire journey, we cannot see it. This is the reality of October 21st, 2025. No proof of anything extraordinary, but enough questions that the world's best scientists are watching.